So today, guys, I'm going to show y'all what I do as far as my makeup, where I go from really boring, as you can see right now, to baddie. And I'm going to show y'all that really quick beat. Doesn't usually take me more than 20 minutes. So yeah, let's get into it. So first things first is that I start out with a clean face. Like, my face is already washed. I've already washed and moisturized my face. And so now the first thing I do is I go in with a little bit of concealer. I use Born This Way. It's a Born This Way super coverage concealer, multi-use sculpting concealer. It's super coverage and it's in the color Buttersotch. And I've been using this. I've been using this one for probably about 2 years. So I actually really like this.
So I don't use a traditional foundation. I use this Born to Way concealer in Buttersotch. And at the very end of my makeup, I go in with a MAC Mineralize SkinFinish powder. And the combination of these two almost gives the impression that I have on foundation. And I'll leave the description, all the products that I use, I'll leave in the description box below.
So this is the Ole Hendrickson Truth. It's banana bright eye cream. So what I do with this is I use this like almost like a moisturizer. Actually, I really like to use it underneath my eyes because it brings like this bright undertone underneath your eyes. So I usually do that underneath there. Real quick. The excess, you know. And I leave that and I kind of just let that dry in. Let my skin just kind of absorb that. In the meantime, we're going to go to the eyebrows.
For my eyebrows, this is something that I have just recently started. It's the Makiage, and I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but y'all see it. And I'm using it in the color. The duo is the Espresso. So what I do is I use this in Espresso, and I also use the MAC brow powder in also Espresso. And I just fill it all in. I kind of use the pencil to give it the shape that I want. And then I go back with the MAC Espresso, and I use it to just kind of fill in and blend it in and kind of extend my eyebrows into the length that I want them. Of course, we blend it in with the brush, and I am now going in with the Nars liner just to kind of give that nice crisp shape and clean it up the way I want. Because listen, my brows are definitely sisters and not twins. They, matter of fact, they cousins. They're not even sisters. My eyebrows do two completely different things, and I have to learn how to shape them up and make them look like they're even sisters. All right, so I've also taken that Nars Concealer and I'm using it on my entire lid. Now, I'm not a really big fan of this Nars Concealer, but I would just say use any concealer that you have that is clearly like 2 or 3 shades brighter than your actual skin tone, because we're going to use it as a base to lay down our eyeshadow. I am taking the same MAC shadow in Espresso that I use to fill in my eyebrows, and I'm going to use that to kind of help contour my nose a bit, to get the line exactly the way I want it, and then I will use my brush to blend it all out. And I will just keep on kind of blending it in, applying some more until I get the shape that I want and the dimensions that I'm looking for. Some people are an expert at contouring their nose. They can do it so fast and so quick, but that ain't me. So yeah, I just keep on reapplying the shadow and keep buffing it out until I get the dimensions that I would like for my nose. So now we're hitting to the eyeshadow. So the palette that I use, I got from Target. It's the Milani Glided Golds. Okay. And right now I am using Boss Lady, which is so very pretty. And I'm just going to use that to kind of, you know, give the glow the outside. As you can see, I'm using it on the brow bone and a little bit higher than the brow bone. Kind of, we're going to end up blending it out up to, but not all the way to our eyebrows. Then I'm going to go in with Fembot, and I'm going to use that just right in the crease just to give it that dimension. So I'm going to just keep going right into that crease area to give it that nice dark dimension that I'm looking for. I also went in, I don't think I showed it in this video, but I also went in with a little bit of Legacy, which is a brown, a darker brown, and I went in there just like really packed it onto the crease just to give that dimension to the eye that I was looking for. So of course we have to make sure that we blend it all out, blend it so that there's no hard lines. It's very important when you're doing eyeshadow, when you're doing makeup period, is you have to make sure that you're blending. So as you can see, I'm just really trying to blend, trying to sculpt the kind of dimension that I want to the eye. Also making sure that I buff it out as much as possible, because we don't want any hard lines. We want it to look really nice and really professional as much as possible. So this is a NYX eyeshadow base that I bought from my local hair store. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like it, okay? I'm not for sure if it's supposed to be this way, but it's very creamy and it moves a lot. I had to keep actually cleaning it up, which I didn't show in the video, but I had to keep cleaning it up, and I don't really know if that's how they're supposed to be, but I know I don't like it. So what we did to the one eye, we just did it to the other eye. And so now we are going to apply Ultra Glitted. We're going to apply that one, which is a very pretty gold color. We're going to apply that right over the base that we did. And we're going to just pack it on there. As you can see, I'm really not trying to rub it in because, like I said, the base was very creamy and it didn't stay still. So I'm just trying to take it and pack it on top of it. And then after I do that, I am going to blend it in and give it back the dimension that I had in the outer corner of my eye. But I don't know if you can tell right there on that eye, you can see it had moved a lot. It was very creamy. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the eyeliner. So I have here the NYX Epic Wear. All NYX products you can usually find at any beauty supply store. You can also find them at Target. So what I did is I actually picked up the wrong one. I didn't mean to pick up the Epic Wear. I actually meant to pick up the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. The matte liquid liner is the absolute best. So I noticed that as soon as I was putting the Epic Wear on, that it wasn't the right one that I normally use. Only because the Epic Wear is a little bit more thick. The matte liner, it applies almost like water. It's more liquid when it applies it. This Epic Wear is more like a gel when it's applied, and therefore I immediately could tell the difference. So I'm not gonna finish my liner on camera. I'm gonna do it off camera, and then I will show you the finished effect when I'm done. So what I'm going in now is I'm actually using my the MAC Black Coal pencil. I'm doing that just to get close to the my eyelash, like the base of my eyelid. These are my lashes that I like to use. You can use any that you choose, but ta-da! Now we have our lashes on. Now our eyes are finished. We are going to just bring out our highlight. So put a little bit of concealer back underneath my eyes. I'm gonna blend those out. So now we're gonna go in with our Mercier, the loose setting powder. We're gonna do this in translucent, and we're just gonna pack it underneath the eye. So I'm gonna be honest about this powder too. I've used this powder for years, and I'm going to say that I don't use it directly underneath my eyes anymore because I feel like it left a lot of like creases under the eye. So what I do is I use it like kind of on my upper cheekbone, and I feel like it brings the highlight out just perfect without causing hard lines up underneath the eye that's hard to blend out. Plan on doing is now I'm going to take that the MAC powder that I use in dark, and I'm going to use this to blend out all of the highlight and all of the powder. So now we're looking a little flat in color. So this is when I add my blush. The blush that I use, it's also by MAC. It's called Lovejoy. It's a mineralized blush. It's very pretty. It comes on with like a reddish golden color. It's very pretty. After this, I'm going to use another Allure Mercier translucent powder, but this one is in medium deep. Now I like this because this adds a nice pretty glow. So I'm using my fan brush and I'm taking this just along the very tops of my cheekbones and everywhere else that I have my highlight, the corner, the bridge of my nose, the arch of my lip, and the top of my chin. So of course now we're gonna finish with the lips. Nothing special. Since our eyes are already popping, we're gonna do just something light and neutral on the lips, nothing crazy. Now I am a highlight girl. I love golds. I love the way golds makes my skin tone pop out. So I'm going in now with another NYX product. It is it's called the Ultra Pearl Mania. I'm not even for sure if they sell these anymore, but this is so pretty just to give like that nice finished highlight. So I love to use it on the very tip of my nose, a little along the bridge. I love to use it in the corner of my eyes, the inner corner of my eyes, on the arch of my lips. And sometimes if I'm feeling a little extra bold because it's a nice bright sunny day, I will also use this on top of the Laura Mercier that I put on the top of my cheekbones. We're going to finish off with some setting spray. Use any kind of finishing spray that you like. I use either NYX or I use MAC. If you cannot tell, those are probably my two favorite makeup brands. So this is the end look that we have. I hope you guys really like it. And yeah, let me know in the comments how you feel, guys.
I'm getting ready to have my baby, so I did my hair. I did my hair for my baby and I did my makeup for you. Thank you guys for watching.